Hey, I'm Steven and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I can't believe it's happened again. Actually, I'm just kidding. Of course I can. The fake news, the corrupt media are at it once more, spreading lies, disinformation, and deceptively reporting about our favorite topic, Tesla. Now I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. If I had zero integrity, or was just chasing money, I would have used the exact same trick as these shady motherfuckers and titled this video in such a way that would have caused panic and drama and people desperately trying to click to understand what's going on. Oh my god, the world's on fire. But of course, that's not how I roll. I have ethics, morals, and integrity, and that is the exact reason for today's video. I cannot let this shit slide. So let's get into the video and see how the unbiased media is covering Tesla today. And by the way, since I know there's a lot of crypto lovers watching and people who like free stuff, it's your lucky day. For a limited time, you can get up to $250 in free crypto bonuses when funding a new account on BlockFi, where you can use cryptocurrency to earn interest, borrow cash, and buy or sell crypto. If you want your free crypto, use the link in the description. It also helps out the channel. And if you'd like up to 2 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 1 free stock valued up to $250 just for opening an account. And if you fund your account with $100, you'll get a second free stock valued up to $1,600. Unless you don't like free stocks, that is. And if you're in Australia, the UK, or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake, also using the link in the description. Let's get back to it. So, allow me to present the unbiased facts of the matter. Tesla in China is being forced to provide an over-the-air software update to change the way that users can engage autopilot because apparently it's too easy and some people might accidentally engage autopilot and that could be unsafe. That's the facts of the matter. That's what's going on. Of course, this isn't exactly how things are being reported by the unbiased media, is it? Let's have a look at some of the headlines because, you know, most people, as we know, only read headlines. Then we'll look at a few articles in a little bit more detail to see how fairly this is being covered. And by the way, thank fuck this didn't happen during market hours, during a trading day on the stock market. Otherwise, many billions of dollars could have been made and lost in a very short period of time. I'll be surprised if there's any people in the market that are dumb enough to actually panic about this on Monday. Hopefully they'll understand what's actually going on, but you never know. Generally speaking, there's a lot of dumb investors out there, so who knows. So here we are over on Twitter, looking at a tweet from Gary Black. Now, I'm not so interested in what Gary said, but actually what is coming in from the Wall Street Journal website. You'll notice this. I don't know if you guys understand how this works. Long story short, behind the scenes at the Wall Street Journal, they have to put in some metadata, including information that's going to appear when somebody posts an article link on Twitter. So somebody at the Wall Street Journal has written this exact headline and this exact introductory paragraph, knowing that's what's going to display in certain instances when people see this posted around the internet. With that being said, let's read what the Wall Street Journal explicitly wrote about this particular issue. Tesla recalls 285,000 vehicles in China, most of them locally made. The recall, which includes over 90% of Chinese-made vehicles sold by Tesla, was prompted by safety risks related to the automobile's cruise control system. So, if, like the typical dingbat out there, you're just a headline reader, you come across this on your Twitter feed, this might sound like rather bad news. Tesla recalling almost every single vehicle they've made in China due to safety concerns. That's a pretty major hit. Now, of course, automotive manufacturers do actually allocate capital for these types of recall situations, so it's not actually a company-ending drama. These things happen to all sorts of automotive manufacturers all the time. Recalls of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, sometimes even millions of vehicles. So this is the kind of thing that can happen in the automotive industry. It's never good, especially when we've got the inference here that this is due to a safety risk, okay? Prompted by safety risks related to the automobile's cruise control system. If this is all you read, which, let's be honest, most people, as I said, only read headlines, you'd think to yourself, well, shit, Teslas are unsafe, so unsafe that they're having to recall hundreds of thousands of them. This is going to be very expensive and costly. What a train wreck. Imagine the kind of influence this could have had on Tesla stock if this happened during market hours. Just so we're all on the same page, let's actually look at the definition of recall. By the way, if you guys suck at Google, here's a pro tip. If you want to define a word, just type define, semicolon, and then the word. Amazing. So we're looking at the definition of recall. Now, obviously, this is a word that has multiple definitions. Shout out to the word set, S-E-T, which probably has more definitions and applications than any other word in the English language. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. A single word that has more definitions than set. Sorry for the aside. We are interested in the specific definition of recall that applies to products produced by companies, manufacturers. So no, we're not interested in bringing a fact, event, or situation back into one's mind to remember. That's not applicable here. What we're interested in is the second definition, officially order to return to a place. In particular, we're interested in this definition here. A manufacturer requesting that all the purchasers of a certain product return it as a result of the discovery of a fault. This is the exact definition, the exact usage of the term recall that applies in this situation. You would think, based on the reporting there from the Wall Street Journal, that Tesla was forced to have customers return all 285,000 of their Tesla vehicles back to Tesla due to the discovery of a fault. This is patently untrue and incorrect. Yet, this is how the Wall Street Journal, the corrupt media, the fake news are reporting this so-called story. So let's see what happens if you happen to be one of the 1 in 420,000 people reading this headline and this intro blurb who actually decides to click through to the article and actually pays these motherfuckers to get access to the Wall Street Journal. And it pains me to say, unfortunately, I'm one of these idiots because I have to be able to show you guys some of this fake news from time to time. Yes, I'm literally funding the fake news. I'm so sorry. Anyway, let's see what the actual article says. Remembering the vast majority of people are never going to get this far. 1, it's behind a paywall. And 2, like I said, most people just read headlines. Tesla addresses safety issue in more than 285,000 vehicles in China. Well, hang on a minute. Where's the word recall? I wonder if they've updated this article. Oh, look at that, updated. Geez, I wonder what the original headline was. Well, I guess we'll never know. Oh wait, we've already seen the blurb on Twitter. Software update is issued to address safety risks posed to the vehicle's cruise control system, which could be accidentally activated. Tesla is addressing a safety issue in more than 285,000 passenger vehicles in China, including more than 90% of locally made vehicles sold by the company associated with their cruise control system, the country's market regulator said. The fix, which the State Administration for Market Regulation called a recall, requires affected Tesla customers to upgrade their cruise control software remotely and doesn't require going to the dealer, the Chinese regulator and company said Saturday. So I just want to take a moment here. It's very clear, it's explicit that the market regulator used the term recall, but of course that was an incorrect use of the word, as we know per the definition. This isn't an excuse for the mainstream media to use the word recall in their headlines. It's false and misleading. They went on to say explicitly, contradicting their own use of the word recall, it requires affected Tesla customers to upgrade their cruise control software remotely and doesn't require going to the dealer. And now Wall Street Journal have given themselves permission to use the term recall incorrectly in this article. The recall of the US company's automobiles came after an investigation into possible defects which found their cruise control system could be accidentally activated and potentially result in an unexpected speed increase, the regulator said. AKA, you accidentally activate autopilot, and due to the fact that autopilot knows the current speed limit in the area you're in, the vehicle may then begin to accelerate up toward the speed limit if you're not actually already driving at the speed limit, assuming it's safe to do so. For example, there aren't cars in front of you going slower. I've got to say, this is pretty absurd. The chance of somebody accidentally activating autopilot is slim to none, but it is there, I admit. That's the whole point, right? You don't want it to be extremely difficult and convoluted to activate this software. But the suggestion that it's unsafe, that it could lead to accidental, unexpected speed increase, this is really a stretch and a serious nitpick. Now, I'm skipping ahead quite a bit here, plenty of horseshit in this article, but something of major note. At the conclusion of the article, the final paragraphs, however, the adverse publicity due to quality concerns because you can turn autopilot on too easy, okay, right? Has led some Tesla owners and potential buyers to walk away. On Weibo, the recall prompted renewed criticism of the company, which some Chinese internet users, aka basement-dwelling adult virgins, called arrogant. And now there's a random quote spreading more FUD, like completely related to FUD, lies and misinformation from some dickhead who literally lied and was running around protesting at Tesla events. Tesla later exposed the data. It was all bullshit. Let's read the quote. Keeping in mind that the Wall Street Journal are now literally quoting somebody living in their mum's basement, hating on Tesla on a social media post as if it's relevant, and that person is regurgitating lies and misinformation about the company. This is so strange. This is the Wall Street fucking Journal. The problem of brake failure has not been settled. By the way, that's the thing. There was no problem with brake failure. This was a lie. This was FUD. This has been debunked. And now there is a danger of sudden acceleration, one user wrote. And that's the end of the article. Seriously. What even is this? This isn't journalism. This is a joke. Okay, that's enough from the Ball Seep Journal. Let's see how some of the other fake news media outlets have covered this particular event. Headline from Barron's. Tesla recall in China to impact nearly 300,000 vehicles. What to know? Got to give some tiny shred of credit there. At least they put quotation marks around the word recall. Like I would refer to most of these outlets as having journalists writing for them and being news outlets. But again, I just want to stress, this is clickbait. I could have done the exact same thing on my video today. Tens of thousands more people would have clicked on this. They would have got a notification on their phone. Tesla recall, what the fuck, oh my god. It's like, oh, I'm just kidding guys. It's not really a recall. I just use the word recall to get you to click, and because, you know, if it bleeds, it leads. The Verge also following suit. Tesla recalls more than 285,000 vehicles in China over cruise control safety concerns. And from Reuters, Tesla recalls vehicles in China for online software update. Interesting, isn't it? It appears that most of these outlets are being a little bit more reasonable and at least putting the term recall in quotation marks. But as we saw from that original tweet from Gary Black there, Wall Street Journal cannot hide from the metadata that they embedded in that original article before updating and editing it. The internet never forgets. From The Australian, Tesla to recall over 285,000 cars in China due to faulty software. Yeah, faulty software. Go fuck yourselves, The Australian. There's nothing faulty about that software. The same software, by the way, is still currently operating on Tesla vehicles everywhere else in the world outside of China. No action required. Why? Because the software is not faulty. The daily bestiality. Tesla recalls 285,000 cars in China over safety risks. Tesla has launched a massive recall of 2 models in China after an investigation found their cruise control system could be accidentally triggered. Notice that these Muppets didn't put quotation marks around the term recall, and have also really exaggerated here. Tesla has launched a massive recall, as in Tesla is deploying an over-the-air software update, you f***ing idiots. Japan Today. Tesla to recall, no quotation marks, over 285,000 cars in China due to faulty software. Rising Kashmir, same thing, no quotation marks around recall. Economic Times, the same shit. No quotation marks around recall. Again, remember, the vast majority of people out there just read headlines. Now, never one to shy away from sharing a controversial opinion, I'd like to do so once again. I'm willing to bet, of course, I don't have any evidence here, but I'm willing to bet that the majority of parents of these journalists, see what I did there? So meta. Would probably, after discovering how their children feed themselves on a daily basis by misleading, spreading lies, FUD, misinformation, chasing clicks and having zero integrity, would probably wish that they could recall their own progeny. I'll be honest with you guys, when it comes to incompetence, I'm relatively intolerant, unless of course somebody is openly admitting and aware that they're incompetent. But when it comes to malice, a lack of integrity, I am the world's most intolerant person. I can't stand for it. Every one of these outlets should be completely ashamed for themselves for spreading lies, misinformation, and deceiving the public. They know full well most people read headlines, and the majority of these outlets have intentionally used the term recall and are spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt about a company whose vehicles are the safest on the planet. The potential here, and why I get so fired up about this, is this will tarnish the reputation of Tesla in the eyes of some consumers, especially those who don't think very much, inherit their opinions, and just read headlines, and ultimately lead in certain consumers choosing to not buy a Tesla because they're concerned about the safety risks in this crazy recall, and ultimately some of these people will then end up in fatal accidents that could have been avoided had they just purchased and been driving around a Tesla, the safest vehicles on the fucking planet. Thankfully, this is just one small, tiny area in which the mainstream media fails us as viewers and readers. Of course we know there's never any bias in terms of political reporting, other forms of news and current events, health-related matters, public figures. No. Of course, they've always got our best interests at heart. It's just occasionally when it comes to companies like Tesla, occasionally to do with finance, stocks, and a little bit of investing, that's when the mainstream media lies, deceives, and misleads the general public, right? Food for thought. And let me know in the comments below, do you personally believe that these journalists, these news outlets, should be held accountable for the spreading of lies, misinformation, clickbaiting and deceiving the general public? Or am I overreacting? I'm Stephen Mark Ryan, this is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget, if you'd like up to $250 in free crypto bonuses with BlockFi, use the link in the description. You can also get 2 free stocks with WeBull and a free stock with Stake, also linked in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. PS, if you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.